This episode is brought to you by Scent Crusher, the leaders in scent control technology. Give a blast of ozone to your clothing. Scent off, game on. And by Apex Gear, the leader in bow sights. Check out apexgear.com. And by Thorn Archery. They're not just another broadhead. They are the most accurate broadhead on the market. Thorn Archery. And by Pure Whitetail. Get out in the field and be successful. We are Pure Whitetail. Hey guys, welcome to No Boundaries Outdoors Live. Say that 3 times fast. Anyways, today we're here. We're going to talk to an entrepreneur and a guy that I've kind of came to know by visiting his product, if you will, the social media network YUDU Outdoors. And we've got the CEO, Brian Senn, with us here. Welcome, Brian.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well, a lot better than you've been doing in the last couple of hours, I guess, right?
Man, it's been a mad dash. I don't know if people listening here are familiar with Birmingham. If they are, then they're familiar with 280 and how bad the traffic is, especially in rush hour with a wreck. So I had about 45 minutes sitting in traffic that wasn't moving, panicking, thinking I wasn't going to get back here in time to join you guys. So thankfully it cleared up, and we made it just in the nick of time.
You were scrambling. I was
scrambling.
I felt bad because I was sitting here going, well, I know I like to do a little pre-show setup, so you're not hustling and bustling. You can kind of get in and just chill. But
yeah, we got none of that.
You can't. Yeah, there's nothing you.
We
can
got
do.
none of that.
You can't do nothing about that. So, but what we like to try to do here, if those that are new to No Boundaries Outdoors Live, what we're trying to do is interview different folks that are in the outdoor industry about products. Things out there like social media networks that you guys can be a part of and kind of give you a one-on-one with the CEO or the person that represents the company and get questions answered. So Brian, why don't you let's start a little bit, like, where did you come up with this idea of getting into YUDU? I mean, there's so many social networks out there. What was the driving force behind this?
Well, I tell you, it really started with my kids. I got 5, so yeah, I know I said that right. Y'all didn't hear wrong. I got 5 kids, so 19, 17, 15, 14, all boys, and then a 7-year-old little girl. But me and I guess it was about 2 years ago now, the 12 and 13-year-old, we were hunting, and we like to pretend like we have our own hunting show. And we got a little camera we'll take and do the commentary, and we don't have any professional gear by any means. We just have fun with it. And just so happens on this one trip, my 13-year-old killed his first buck, and we had great video, great commentary, and the kids wanted to put it on Facebook, and I wouldn't let them. And of course they were disappointed and upset because they wanted to share it with their friends. But Stephen, especially with a video, it's one thing with a picture, but with a video, you're just on Facebook, you're just inviting some backlash. And if me and you post something and we get backlash, I mean, we're grown and we just understand that people have different views, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. But I did not want that coming back to my kids, for them questioning, is what we're doing right? Why am I getting attacked for something that I enjoy and something that I've been raised doing? So the more I thought about that, the more angry I got. And I said, you know what, there needs to be a place for us, a place where we can share our heritage and be proud of our passions and display our successes without having to worry about that. So that's kind of where it started from. And then we were just going to start just a little social platform. I was a medical device rep, so I had no clue what I was doing in the app world and really no direction. So we were going to start just a little grassroots deal, and then people started getting involved, and the NRA got behind us and called us up and took us up to DC, and you know, their message was the same as a lot of people's message we've got since then. It's like, man, it's not that we want you to be successful. We need you to be successful. So that's really where it started from, and it's just kind of grown, and it's still a grassroots effort, and that's kind of what I love about it. Is it's just friends telling friends, and that's where our growth's coming from, and we hope it continues.
One of the things that, like, I got on in the early, I think you brought it out in April sometime, and I think it was a few weeks, if not a week after, I think I got on, because I seen somebody on Facebook actually, they posted it, and I'm like, well, you know, I'm gonna go check this out. I mean, it's right up my alley, you know, and it's in the outdoors, so let's go check it out. And what amazed me, I think, and I want to say this to the audience out there, was the fact that the CEO was getting involved in posts. I mean, how many times do you go on Facebook? Do you ever see Mark Zuckerberg comment on any of her posts? And I know we kind of joked on the phone, you and I, you're like, man, this is like a full-time job, but you kept a lot of people engaged to your platform because you cared enough to go on there and actually like a post or leave like a 2 or 3 word comment on whatever they were posting. I don't know, man. I think that's your magic you got going on.
Well, I appreciate that, and I tell you, it's I made a video post on there yesterday or the day before, actually, I can't remember, but kind of what I said in that video is, you know, we started this out as to form a community, but that community has really turned into a family, an extended family. So everybody on there is so supportive of each other. People have questions about about different animals to hunt, or different lures to fish with, or different calibers of guns to hunt certain animals with. And when they make those, it's, you know, a lot of times if you put that on other social media networks that are out there, you may not get many replies. But here, people are really chiming in, and they want to help. They want to educate and help people. So it is, and I guess, you know, since I founded it and started YUDU, it's obviously a passion of mine, and I want people to know that that we appreciate them being on there. So I want to comment, I want to like their post and share their stuff, and help them to build the community that I've been able to build through my own network on YUDU.
And one of the things we like to do here when we do these live shows is engage with our audience. And we have folks in the chat room here on Facebook, and Holly's saying that, you know, that's what I love about it. He gets involved, and the people are interactive. Dusty and Donnie Yates says content engagement is king. Jake Oxenford says, I love going on and seeing what people are posting. And there's some truth to that. Well, there's a lot of truth to that, because you don't have the drama that a lot of people do. And I understand that there's drama that's going to come anywhere, right? You're just,
Sure.
You're going to get it. But the people that are on YUDU are there for one reason only. They're promoting products, maybe that their company. They're promoting the outdoors, their outdoor lifestyle. They're promoting their way of hunting and fishing and putting all that together. So I think that there really isn't room for drama in that aspect, because, you know, you're putting things out there that have value to it, in my opinion, where Facebook kind of, you can post all your garbage out there, right?
Right. Well, and that's kind of what, you know, what I think we've built, and it goes back to the family and community, and people that are on YUDU have common values.
Yep.
They have common hobbies, and whether it's and it's not all hunting. I mean, and that's where the name YUDU comes from. It's not just hunting. It's not just fishing. It's camping. It's hiking. It's baseball. It's football. It's snow skiing and water sports. It's whatever YUDU Outdoors. So everybody's got that commonality. Is that a word, Stephen? Is commonality a word? Sounds like one to me. Let's go with it.
Let's go with it.
But yeah, let's go with it. So everybody's got that common core values that they love the outdoors. So you're right. It's a lot different than Facebook, where you've got so many diverse groups of people getting on. And look, make no mistake about it. As we continue to grow, if we're successful and we continue to grow YUDU, that's going to come as well. But the difference is where maybe like Facebook and Instagram, where you see them removing hunting posts and hunting videos or advertisements, we're supporting that, and the people that are getting on and commenting with hate or criticism, those are the ones we're going to remove. So so we're kind of going the other direction. So
Well, and I think the way that you're personable about everything, I think that just like even how you and we kind of started chatting, you were liking stuff that I was posting. And, we got to chatting on there. And then I said I was going out to ATA, and you're like, oh, I'll be there too. And we didn't get really to talk in person. You were at like the far corner, and I had a meeting with Apex, and my social media manager, she went over, and because I told you I had a shirt for you.
that's
And so
right.
she took it over to you, and you're like, well, I got a hat for you. So you sent that back. Um, but it was kind of a crazy time there. But one thing, you just made it a point to try to meet with different people, and what I think that the audience should know about this is that when you're trying to get on a social platform, check out YUDU, especially for the outdoors. You need to go there, sign up for an account. I know my guys were kind of like, what is YUDU? We were talking about it on the way back from ATA. They're doing it in the car. They're getting, and my buddy Drew, he's on the team too, and he goes, this isn't like Snapchat, is it? And I said, no, it's
No,
it's not Snapchat. He goes, good, because I don't want Snapchat.
my kids may wish it was, but no.
No, I don't get it. I've said this in the tech world. I don't get it. So
Me
uh,
neither. No,
no, we'll stick with this.
we'll stick
So
with this.
this has been evolving over a year. Well, not even a year, right? Because
Not even a year.
April will
Yeah.
be a year. What is your user base looking like for those that want to know? Like, you're not getting on there with 20 people.
No, it's probably, I think it's 25, probably about 25,000 right now. And it's, like I said, it's growing every day. And that's been with a grassroots effort. We've done no marketing. We are getting ready to get to that point where we're going to do some marketing, some nationwide push for YUDU. But what we did not want to do, we knew when we launched this thing that there would be glitches and there would be bugs and there would be things that we needed to improve on. And what we didn't want to do was go out on a mass campaign, a big marketing push, and people get on and it not be right. And there's still things we have to improve, and that's never going to stop. We will always continue to grow it and improve it. One of the things that we've added since we launched is a tool set. So what we wanted to do is make this where it's not only a social media app, but it allows you to delete some of your other apps that you use. When we go hunting or we go fishing, there's several other apps out there that you may use to mark your locations. You may use a weather app to check your weather. You may use a barometric pressure app to check the pressures or sonar table. So we brought all that into a tool set. So you can check your radar, your weather, your forecast hourly, wind direction. You can mark your stands. You can drop a scent cone, see which way the wind's blowing to see if it's a good area to hunt there that day. So we're continually adding those kind of features. But we wanted to make sure that we had all that sewed up tight and it was working correctly before we did a big campaign.
And that's something we're going to show later on in the show here. Is some of the features of YUDU. I have my phone set up, and we're gonna let Brian kind of navigate us through and show us some of the features in the application. So if you're wondering, well, should I download it? I have to read some of these comments because Charlie just put this. Charlie Smith says, "Wait, what? Shucks." He goes, "So that means as a bow hunter, I can't get away with talking trash to the long range rifle folks."
Oh yeah, man, bring it. You can trash talk. That'll be good.
That was pretty good. I saw that.
That's good stuff.
Donnie says, it's like a family oriented hunting club. Yeah, that is a good point. It is. It's a lot.
Thanks,
like
Donnie.
that.
Good stuff.
So
Yeah.
guys, he's talking about grassroots. Don't be afraid to get out there, share this up. For those that are wondering what this is about, I've tried. There's been a few hunting social networks or outdoor social networks. They've come and gone. They've failed. And this is the first one that like I actually put time into at least once a day if I can get around to it, maybe once, maybe sometimes twice a day. I try to post something just like I'm posting to Facebook. And I know you've got some things in the works down the road that are going to make some of the stuff that you do can do really awesome. So, guys, get on now. Now's the time to get on when it's not all cluttered and you can see all the different great people that are on there. I mean, I get friend requests almost every day, which is pretty awesome. And I
Yeah.
follow people and see all kinds of really, really awesome pictures of deer and fish and all the good stuff that everybody's
We've
into,
got
right?
some good people on there. We got some great photographers on there. Some people that are really doing some good stuff and good videos. Back to the ATA, Stephen, where I saw you there. Um, One of the things we kind of felt like when we started this that we would have people like me and you that just love the outdoors. We felt like there would be a draw and that people would get what we were trying to do. What we didn't anticipate was the industry's need for this. We have met with Remington, with Hunter Safety Systems, with um, NSSF, National Shooting Sports Federation, that puts on SHOT Show. They actually called us and wanted us to meet Friday at SHOT Show, and they said social media was by far the largest topic between gun manufacturers at SHOT Show this year. And the point that they were talking about was the fact that with the new agenda, with the new protocol that Facebook came out with, I think it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago now, they're going to be cracking down more and more and more on the gun industry. So what's happening, what these guys are worried about is that they've got these large social presence on Facebook and they can't connect with them. If they put an ad up, or they want to show a new gun or a new product, that gets taken down. If they do get something to go through, less than 1% of their people are actually seeing it. So they are wanting to move their platforms over to YUDU where they can reach out to their people and connect with them the way that they need to and should be able to do.
Well, that's something that my marketing assistant just sent me a message. She said that Donnie Yates wants to know, will YUDU have the option of switching to a business page like Facebook does?
Absolutely. Absolutely, Donnie. And hey, Donnie, I appreciate you being on there too, buddy. You're on there all the time, and I enjoy seeing your stuff. So thank you for being a dedicated YUDU guy. But yes, we have. You can set business pages up, or you can set pages up right now. The business page is the number one thing that's on our agenda, and we're actually scoping that out right now. You can build a page currently today. So there's lots of companies on YUDU right now who have already done that. We're going to make that way better, so it will look more like a business page. So right now you set a page up, you post on it. So Donnie, you would go and set your business page up, but when you made a post on that page, it would still come through the feed and look like an individual made that post. We're changing that to where it'll be more of a business page look and feel. You'll be able to see the analytics behind it to see what your engagement is and all the things that a business need to see. So that is coming, and that's coming very soon. That is actually number one on our list.
That was a good question. So you guys keep your questions coming. I know Liz is monitoring these because sometimes the questions go so fast, and I'm focused on you, and I'm not seeing them. So if I missed your question, don't freak out. You can highlight Liz, and she'll get that question over to me. So moving along now, you came up with the idea, you put it into action. Now you got it. And I think the first question probably was on your mind is like, okay, now how do I get people on here? And you've
Right.
successfully done that. I mean, like you said, you didn't do any advertising. It was just kind of word of mouth. And is that the commonality that you're seeing with this, that everybody's been for the most part positive about it?
I think so. I think it's been that everybody's is positive. They're enjoying the experience. They're enjoying getting on and seeing stuff that they feel like they're part of a community. I think that's one thing that separates us is that right now it is a family and a community feel, where when you're on Facebook, it's just so broad, and you just feel like you're one of the, and you're one of the millions and millions and millions on there. But right now, it's especially in our early stages, it feels kind of special when you get on and get to know the people that are on there and that are posting daily. So I think that's one of the draws to it. I also think that when you look at your people like, let's take Kendall Jones or Hannah Barron, the people that have the large followings on Facebook and Instagram, kind of made a name for themselves in that. Those people, Taylor Drury, they experience, when we make posts, you may or you may not get any negative feedback. When those people that have a little fame, when they make a post for the outdoors, they get attacked, and they get attacked vigorously. I know that Kendall made a post last week, I believe, that was removed on Instagram, and it was simply a picture of her standing in a camp house and doing a selfie, and some of the mounts that her dad had taken were on the wall behind her, and Instagram removed that because they said it promoted hate.
Wow.
Yeah, and now there was, I won't even go into detail on this about the hate that she received, but there was, it was death threats that she got. And she reached out to Instagram and said, why don't you remove these death threats? And they said it does not violate any of our policies. So it violates their policies to do a selfie with your trophy behind you, but you can have a death threat and it doesn't violate policy. So those people are feeling the pain, and it's real, and so that's their attraction and the reason that they're getting on YUDU and posting more and becoming part of our family.
Well, and that's what I don't understand. Like, wasn't it? I want to say it was like back in July, where that huntress from overseas, was it the UK or something, where she committed suicide because she was getting all these death threats because of people claiming that it was animal cruelty and all this other stuff, and I don't know, it was just some ridiculous.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
They put
Yeah,
that
I think
much
that was this
pressure on
summer.
them. Yeah.
Put that much pressure on them. Yeah, and I've been able to spend some time with some of those people at SHOT Show and ATA this year, and the stories behind the scenes that they tell, that it's brutal. It's really brutal stuff. And that's a very sad situation, but that happened. It pushed her over the edge, and she did commit suicide. But the death threats were incredible coming at her, and that's what we're going. We get that on here. That this is a self-reported. So, and I think that's one thing. And look, make no mistake, as we grow, that's coming. The hate's coming.
Yep.
PETA's coming. It's going to happen.
Yep.
But when you do receive those kind of posts, you can report that. There's a report button. You report it. It comes to us, and we're going to remove those people and ban them for getting on YUDU. So we're going to protect this the best that we possibly can.
Absolutely. That's what you need to do. One of the comments in here is by Dakota Melrose. Yes, YUDU newsfeed is refreshing and fun to read, though I like reading a real-life outdoor magazine, but always new content. Oh, it's like reading an real-life outdoor magazine, but always new content.
That's cool. Great way to look at it, Dakota. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. Your son says you're doing really good, Dad. So
hey, if your family's not supporting you, who will? You know what I'm saying?
That's it. I want to kind of go back to what you're saying about Facebook cracking down on some of this, and like you're saying with Instagram, a lot of us depend on this traffic because that's what everybody knows. Everybody has Facebook on their phone, and it's tied to everything else to where you can share it. Heck, you're even using it. It is the means, because just like before, when I was in the broadcast world, in the broadcast industry doing all this stuff, everything was drive the traffic to your own website. Get everybody to your website, a paid CDN or platform that you can broadcast to. But now it's turned toward let's get them on Facebook, or hopefully YUDU down the road when live streaming becomes available. To where
which is coming, by the way. It's coming.
Yeah. Yep. So you have your phone, you have your tablet. That's what most people that are not tech savvy have, at least, and they can get on and watch a show like this and hear about it. So I think that, like you said, the time's coming where, you can't even mention I'm selling a bow on Facebook without getting it torn down, or a
Right.
firearm or anything else like that. But they can go on there and talk about all this other stuff, this political rants that they get into,
That's right.
death threats even against the president. Whether you like him or hate him, it doesn't matter. It's
Right.
still, you still got to respect the man in office. So I don't know. It's just it's all screwed up, right?
It's all messed up. There's no doubt about it. And the one thing that we want to do, and this will, there again, as we continue to grow, there will be some. I'm sure there will be some political views that come through here. But what we want our stance to be is, it's very clear that Facebook has an agenda, right?
Right.
And we all know what that agenda is. We don't want to have an agenda. We want to provide a place where you're not being forced one way or the other. There are plenty of, obviously there's a lot of conservative value on YUDU right now, but there's also a lot of Democrats and liberals that they are gun owners.
Mm-hmm.
They love to shoot. They love the outdoor sports as well. So we don't want to alienate those people and say, hey, we're only for this one demographic. But what we're not going to do is force another agenda
Right.
on people like this happening on Facebook.
That's absolutely right.
And Facebook isn't going to. We're people aren't going to get rid of Facebook. Well, I say that we've actually had several people that's posted in the last couple of days that said, "That's it, I'm done. I just deleted my Facebook account. I'm using nothing but YUDU from now on." And we love seeing that. So
Yeah.
definitely not telling people not to do it. But most people aren't going to get. Facebook's not going away. They're
Right.
king. They're a monster. But we just want to have a place for people that are like-minded to come in and have a safe place to share their stuff.
Well, what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a quick little break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to show you the app. We're going to get in and have Brian walk us through a little bit of the application and show you what it can do, and see what your thoughts are, and maybe you guys want to take a trip down the YUDU lane. And so stay with us. We'll be right back right after this.
Many broadheads claim to be field point accurate, which just isn't true. Until now. Introducing the fastest, most accurate broadhead ever, the Thorn Broadhead. Thorn uses patented hidden blade technology to achieve true field point accuracy. At impact, the rip tip delivers bone-crushing penetration and deploys the hidden blades, creating a huge 1 3/4 inch cut. Thorn Broadheads, driving accuracy through hidden blade technology.
You might not notice how bad you smell when you leave the house, but a deer sure can. That's why I keep all my gear in the ozone-infused scent crusher bag.
They say they don't make them like they used to. They say today's fishing rods are all glitz and gimmicks. They don't know what they're talking about. The new McCain high-performance rods are serious rods for serious anglers. Designed by rod technology expert Morgan McCain, the founder of All Star Rods. McCain high-performance rods deliver powerful features without the frills. I count on McCain high-performance rods because I refuse to compromise.
Hey guys, we're back here with more of No Boundaries Outdoors Live, and I really appreciate you guys coming around here and sticking around, and as we're talking with Brian here about YUDU, and we actually were talking during the break. We were talking about the Thorn Broadheads that you see in the commercial, a brand new partner of ours here at No Boundaries Outdoors, and they're pretty incredible. Like, there's a gentleman that's a fan of the show, Kurt Thomas. He was outside today. He actually went out to the store. This is how crazy. He went out to the store and bought a pig shoulder, okay, put it on his target and shot it because he wanted to see how it was going to go. It went like 4 3/4 of an inch, threw it into the socket of the shoulder of the, it blew right through the shoulder. He was impressed with that broadhead. So
And then he put a little then he put some rub on it and threw it on the green egg.
That's exactly what he did. He actually, if you go on the No Boundaries page, you guys can see it. He says, "Yeah."
Did he really?
He said, "I'm going to cook it now." So that's what he was going to do with it. So, but yeah, we're really impressed with those broadheads. Those are the ones we're going to be shooting this year. So if you guys haven't, go check them out. I'm not just putting these on here just to show. We're really thrilled with these broadheads, and we've used quite the plethora of broadheads. So. Go check them out. So while we do this, let me get pulled up here the app, and then we can go into this and show a little bit of a little show and tell here, right? So here's the app.
Do it.
So here's my iPhone. I'll pull it. I'll pull it up here so you can kind of navigate us through. So this is going to come up to my profile here. So I'll let you go ahead and talk, and I'll navigate.
Yeah, so you're at your profile now, so that's the main feed. So when you open it, that's what you're going to see. It's just going to pull it up, and you can scroll down. You can see different people's posts. Obviously, you can like it, you can comment, you can share it. Hey, there's a bison cooler YUDU. You can order those, guys, on www.shopudu.com. So that's what it is. People are going. They're sharing their posts. They're sharing their life, what they do outdoors. You can add, scroll back just a little bit. You see the +1 at the bottom, so you can post multiple pictures. I see that you've got one notification. So just like on your other apps, you'll get notified when you have activity. So when you're looking at the main app on your phone, hopefully put it on the first page of your phone so you don't miss it. But you'll see if you got 5 or 6 comments or whatever it may be, you'll see those come up. And so you'll know you've got activity. You click on it. You can click on the notifications. It'll say so-and-so liked it. So, somebody commented, somebody shared it. And then you can click on the post itself. So if you go back at all right, somebody has sent you, that was probably me. Who knows? It may have sent you a chat message. So you've got direct messaging there. So it looks like you've been using that quite a bit. So that's pretty cool. So you can go on, message people. The tool set actually is the bottom right corner. So that's your radar. You can zoom in, you can zoom out. If you hit there you go. So now we know right where you live.
That's okay. It's public.
And
my wife will be freaking out right at this moment.
That's right. That's right. People are coming. So yes, it is. Man, I'm tell you what, it's a little bit colder where you are than where I am. 19 degrees. You'll show your humidity, your barometric pressure, and that's something for me as a hunter that I didn't always look at barometric pressure until the last couple of years, but that's something really the last 2 or 3 years of hunting. The pressure is something I've really started paying attention to, and it makes a difference. It really does. So it's a good guide. So on the weather, you can click the weather, and it'll show you current conditions. This looks like it's a 2-star day, so it'll go anywhere from a 2 to a 5-star day. It'll show you the highs and the lows, projected rainfall, humidity, dew point, cloud cover, wind gust, major. And this is something that I liked. A lot of people like too, is the major and the minor times. So it'll show us the major movement times and the minor times for that day. Forecast. If you click on forecast, that gives you a 10-day forecast. So now I can look and see what's going to be happening 5, 6, 7, up to 10 days behind. So like if I stop on, I'll back up just a little bit. There's a 5-star day right there. Come down to
there it is.
Wednesday. So if we go to Wednesday, now I can click on Wednesday, and that'll give me an hourly forecast. So it shows what the wind's going to be doing, the % chance of rain, and if the pressure is rising or falling. So I can go through that. If you go back to the top left and click the back arrow, now I can go to Solinar in the middle, and I can actually see my moon phases.
Wow.
There again, it'll show me my major and my minor times. A lot of people, especially in the fishing and hunting world, both pay attention to that a lot.
Yeah, so we have a barometric pressure gauge that we take out onto the boat. Here's that Wednesday forecast. I'll pull that back up for the moon.
There you go.
That's
Oh,
that
yeah.
That's that 5-star one.
That's a 5-star. It's going to be a dark night. All right, so you can go back, click the top left again, and then I can go to
Scent zone.
Actually, I can go to my locations. I don't know if you have any locations marked or not.
No, I don't currently.
Yeah,
But I can mark one, right?
You can mark where you are right now.
So.
Or you just drop your finger down, just put a mark. Just hold it.
Okay.
There you go. Now you can, if you want to, you just drop you can name that. You can save it.
So I'll just save it.
So I've got
now.
all my. Yeah, there you go. So it's hunting.
Yeah.
If it was fishing, you could put fishing or whatever.
Okay.
You can hit the.
You can add a picture. You can add a picture to this for the actual location. Like, let's say you're on the lake at a certain point. You don't want to forget where it is. You could take a picture of it, and it would be there on that circle.
Absolutely.
Oh wow,
yep.
That's awesome. So I'll hit save.
And then so you can save the locations.
Oh, it wants a location.
You got it.
So
yeah, got to name it.
I'll just call it test.
And you can go in and delete those as well.
Yeah, I'll just hit test. Okay, so it says you're successfully.
Successful. All right. Now you can go in and drop a scent cone there. So let's say you were going to be wondering if that's a good spot to hunt this afternoon. So there's your scent cone. So it shows me, obviously you'll have to imagine that you're on a lake or woods, but
right.
That shows me the direction that the wind's blowing. So I would know if that would be an ideal place or if that would, may need to hunt another stand location. I believe we catch a fish on that spot you marked right there.
So does this also give you the time so we can see what the scent cone is at any particular time that we want to look at?
Absolutely.
It's going to gauge itself.
That's right. So it'll use the forecast with the scent cone. So if the wind's going to be changing from.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. So that would be at 1 a.m. Not that you would be out there doing that at 1 a.m. unless you were fishing, maybe you catfishing or something. But that's pretty awesome. See, I haven't gotten into some of this stuff. I've been just focused on posting, and I haven't really delved into this. But this is pretty neat.
And we really probably need to do a better job of letting people know that that's available on the app. I'll make posts every now and then telling people to check that out, but we probably need to add that to the app to let people know when they sign on that that's available, kind of a tutorial.
Yeah, because there's at least 3 apps now since you showed me this that I can get rid of because you
that you can get rid of.
Yeah, I don't
exactly.
need it.
Exactly.
Why keep them around?
Why keep them?
This is going to do the same thing, right?
Our phones get cluttered up with enough other stuff. That's for sure.
So at the top here, you got 3 little icons: a fish, shopping cart, what looks like, and
yes.
I know what they are, but I want you to kind of go through what they are.
Well, we'll start with the far right. That's your profile. So you can click on your profile. You can go, if you click, this is something important, and we will be moving this to another location to make it easier to find. But you can hit invite friends right there. And
it's not letting me go on it for whatever reason. It lets me do friends, but not invite.
It's not letting you do. There you go. The app's tore up. You broke it.
I broke it.
Anyway, that's where you can go to invite your Facebook friends. So if you click invite friends, it'll pull all your Facebook friends up, and you can go on and send them invites to YUDU.
Okay.
You can look at your groups right there, your pages, all your different friends that you have. So this is basically what we consider, it's your profile. You can go in, you can change your background picture, you can change your interest. When you sign up for YUDU, one of the last things you come to, you'll do your email address and your password and your username, but one of the last sections you come to is your interest. And so if you click hunting, you'll click it and it'll expand, and there'll be every kind of hunting you can about imagine. And you click, so if I duck hunt, turkey hunt, deer hunt, I'll mark those 3. And so that helps us. There you go. So that'll help us, especially as we grow and get larger, that'll help us send you information that you like. And instead of you getting information of stuff that you care nothing about, we can directly get the right info to the right people.
That's pretty cool.
So that's where you can go change your notification setting. Like on notifications, some people want email notifications. If you want that, you can mark that and get email notifications. So you can just set that up however you want to set it up.
Yeah, I have that set up so it shows it on my watch rather than my phone all the time. Because
Nice.
Otherwise, even like now, I thought I turned some of the notifications off so they wouldn't be popping up here while we're doing the demonstration. But they're still, you can't get every single one of them. They're just all over the place.
You can't. So then you can do pages and groups on here. There's lots of pages. There's lots of groups. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of them. You cannot. This will be something else that we're adding. Right now, you can go to our website. You can go to www.yuduoutdoors.com, and when you're on the website, and you can do it through your phone or desktop or whatever, but that's where you'll go to build the group or build your pages.
Okay.
So, like with groups, I've got groups that I've started on here that are public groups. Everybody can see it. And then I've also got groups with my 5 closest hunting friends that I may want to keep just between me and them. That way, when you know how it is when you're hunting and you've got 10 friends that are going, hey, they're all texting you the same thing. Hey, you see anything yet? You see anything yet? Are they rutting? What are you seeing?
Yep.
And instead of me having to text back 10 people the same response, I can just text it back in this group and connect with them. So the group and the page option is something that we've urged you to get involved in.
Yeah, I'm going to have to set up the No Boundaries Outdoors page on it because I didn't know.
Absolutely.
I didn't know you could do that and have that on there. So I'm going to.
This is a learning day for you, man. This is all for you.
Honestly,
this is just learning for you.
I've done enough on here. I know how to throw really cool pictures on here, and like I go into my profile and I'll put there like even what we did tonight, and I'll link stuff. That's what I've been doing. I had to laugh because somebody made this comment on here. I'm going to show everybody just so set the record here. I didn't realize when I took this picture that people were going to notice that it was in Spanish because one side of the box is in Spanish, the other side of the box is in English. But the other side of the box that has English on it has a nasty looking packing slip label on it that I didn't sit there want to peel off and rip the box up. So I thought nobody's going to call me out. Didn't somebody go and call me out on there like, I think it's funny that you have the Spanish side shown. I'm like, dang it. So,
dang it.
But they were cool about it. They weren't like, you're stupid. Like they would do on Facebook, But
so right while you're there, real quick, back up one more time.
Go into profile. Is that
well, just right here. So if you were wanting to add a picture, there is the camera icon. That's where you go to add pictures. It'll take you to your gallery, or you can just go to camera and take a picture right there. So you can do either one. Okay. If you are going to do a video, there's the video. Go back one more, I think, or just cancel that.
Oh, I thought it was in video. I hit the video button at the bottom, the middle one. Right?
Okay. Well, you can, if you want to post a video, you just click video, and then you can go to gallery. Okay. Do the same. It'll just pull up it's just 2 different places. So pictures, hit the picture icon. Video, hit the video icon. And then let's go back to we'll go back to the top.
Okay. Like that?
No, to the main.
Oh, to
go
the
back
main.
one more time.
All the way back to the main here?
Yes. Okay. So the shopping cart in the middle, that will take you to our store.
Get that pulled up here.
There you go. So, I mean, that's a good looking hat.
I was just going to say, he's wearing the hat there. There you go. I'm actually partial to this one. I have that one downstairs. I love that one.
I love the legacy hats, and that's the legacy trucker hats, and we've got different looks. Then we've got our shirts. Got several different configurations. We've got hunting, we've got fishing, and then we've got the kind of a flag shirt as well. So we will obviously, there's a wax canvas hat. So we will obviously adding more and more things to that. But that's where you can go and order a shirt, order a hat. Support YUDU. All right. So that's our shopping cart. The next sign is actually, this is something that was important to me starting off, and that's the sign of Christ. It takes you to our YUDU daily devotional page. We didn't know that it would be this way. We kind of want to take the Chick-fil-A approach. We're not going to beat you over the head with a Bible verse every time you get on YUDU. We're not going to push our beliefs, but you're going to know what guides us and directs us. So we wanted to have something on here. So we put the sign of Christ up there. You can click on it. If you don't want to click on it, you don't have to. But if you want to, there it is. You click on it, and that's by far our biggest group and our biggest page. People posting in this constantly, and so a lot of people use this as a morning devotional. We will be adding a lot of other stuff to this. We will be adding a daily devotional feed to it, video feeds, all kind of different stuff. So,
because I know you and we talked about that. You know, as somebody that's creating video and content, having the ability to post, you know, some of these higher end videos up here is going to be fantastic. You know, because that's what, you know, I understand. You know, content's everything. I get that, but also having the higher quality video out there,
right,
you know, is going to be awesome. But I mean, it's very simple. It's not something that's difficult. I just, you know, like a lot of people, you get on there, you post. Sometimes you just don't take the time to poke around. So I'm kind of
right,
glad you walked us through, you know, everything. And you can also search up here, right? You can
search
people,
up there.
people
Yep. So you
pages.
can search for people. And hey, I mean, we're all creatures of habit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when something new gets thrown at us, we a lot of times we don't spend a lot of time because we're so familiar with other platforms. We're like, oh, I'm just gonna stay with what I'm familiar with. So that's our challenge is basically changing people's habits. You know, instead of right now, people get up, they either check Facebook when they wake up or Instagram, and they check it throughout the day and before they go to bed. So we just want YUDU to become part of that. And where people that have the same interest in it are on YUDU, where they get up and they check YUDU, and that becomes their habit instead of Facebook.
Yep.
Not that Facebook is going to go away, but it's just this is another option.
Dakota in the chat here, I'm refreshing it here because it looks like it froze a little bit on the chat. Wanted to know about Flex Fit hats anytime soon. I think that's what was asked.
I love Flex Fit hats myself, so I'm sure that we will be adding that not too far down the road.
So that's one thing too. When you're doing a Facebook Live, sometimes when everybody is watching, the chat doesn't move that well. Jake Oxenford says, love the hats. Tom Baker said, that's a great source. I never knew that the options were available. Definitely going to have to start using it probably when we were discussing about the wind and the barometric pressure and that. So that's
awesome.
Really good. So Liz is asking, how did you come up with the name? I know you kind of touched a little bit on it in the beginning.
Right.
And I know how it goes because you and I talked, but go ahead. Why don't you tell everybody about it?
Well, you know, obviously when you build an app, a lot of things take a lot of time. You have to make a lot of decisions about how we're going to do each function, especially with me not having a clue what I was doing. The decision-making process on things take a lot of time, but I don't think anything took as much time for me and as much thought as I put into the name. I would be up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning with a notepad, just writing down all kind of different stuff. Actually, we started out, it was going to be Brag Tag, but then I started, it was going to be the name of it, Brag Tag. And we still may have a Brag Tag section. We're going to build a trophy room, and we may call our trophy room Brag Tag. But I just started playing around with letters. I wanted it to be something short. I wanted it to be something that the bumper stickers would look good on your car window or on your cooler or whatever. And then I just started kind of playing around, and I think the actual name came to me, Liz, it probably was 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and when I wrote it down and looked at it, I was like, that's it, you know, because that's what this is really about, and it's about what you do. And that's what we want to promote. We want to promote what you do, what your lifestyle is, things that you enjoy doing. So the name is something that we have from the larger manufacturers, from people in the industry that's like, man, the app's great. The name sets it off. So, get your bumper sticker. When you order a hat, we'll send you one automatically. So you ain't got to order it.
There you go. And I have to say that they're comfortable, the trucker hats, the legacy ones, because I think a lot of the companies are using that legacy brand. And I really, the Matthews hat I'm wearing is legacy. It's very comfortable, very soft. I know it sounds dumb, but sometimes I get these expensive hats and they don't feel right. I don't know. Maybe
that legacy hat feels like you've had it for about 10 years and maybe run it through the wash, maybe run over it with a truck a couple times.
Exactly.
Yeah, dropped it in a lake, shook it off, put it back on. and I'm wearing a Richardson hat actually myself today, and the Richardsons are awesome hat too.
Liz wants to know, she says, I want a tumbler. Can I get a sticker with that? She said.
Absolutely. You order a tumbler, you'll get a sticker, Liz.
That's my marketing manager. She's feeding the questions here to me. So
awesome.
there's a lot of work that goes into this, not just producing the video and stuff, but facilitating questions.
You're a lot more than just a pretty face too.
I've got the face for radio, as I always say. So Carol Scott says, you're doing great. Dakota said about the Flex Fit, okay. Jake Oxford says, love the hats. Karen says the same thing. Me too. Yes, he'll throw a sticker in whatever you're gonna get.
Absolutely.
So we're just about out of time here. We're gonna be wrapping this up here in a few minutes. Is there anything else you want to cover? I know the hour goes quick. All the time I tell people, say, it's going to be an hour. They're like, man, an hour? What are we going to talk about for an hour? And I'm like, you don't understand. It goes really quick. Before you know it, it's going to be over. What else do you want to let people know about with YUDU?
Man, just spread the word. And the only way this thing is successful for all of us that are in the industry, the only way to make this thing grow is to spread the word. So if you're on it already, if you're going to download it and get on it today, share it. This is a grassroots deal. That's who we want to be. That's who we are, and that's who we're going to keep being. So the way that this grows is through you telling your friends about it. So I would just urge everybody and ask everybody, get on it, and then go get 2 or 3 friends. Even if you get 2 or 3 and they get 2 or 3, we look at before long and we've got something special that all of us can enjoy for a long time to come. So download the app and start spreading the word, and it would be greatly appreciated.
And I want to kind of add to this. I know you talked about it earlier for those that may be coming in late. You originally started this for your family, your kids. This was something that you wanted them to have a place to go. So you would pretty much say that this is kid friendly. I mean, if there's some parents out there that are kind of a little bit like, I don't want my kid on social media, what's your message to those parents that are watching and with that very question?
I can tell you this from the people that send me messages on chat is this is a place where it is very kid friendly. You're not going to see profanity. You're not going to see pictures that you don't want your kids to see. We've got a lot of people who have reached out and said thank you for creating a place that I don't have to worry about my kids being on, and this is all we let our kids on. So that's when I get those kind of messages, it's kind of that's a heartwarming thing to get that and know that people are responding that way, and that we've created something where people can have confidence that their kids can get on it and see the right things.
Yes, absolutely. Blair in the chat room, or I'm sorry, Melissa Jones Blair, excuse me, says YUDU is the best app around.
Well, let me tell you, Melissa is the best user on YUDU as well. She is the rock star. So when you get on, you make sure and follow Melissa. We love her, and she has done so much for us as far as helping spread the word. So we greatly appreciate you, Melissa. Thank you.
Karen Kendall says, Christian-based, family-run business, love it, she says.
Thank you. We appreciate that. It means a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome that, you're able to come on here. I hope you guys watching are able to see, this is one of the reasons that I like doing these types of shows, these one-on-one interactions with CEOs and companies, because you need to know where you're putting your money, where you're investing your money, your hard-earned money out there, whether it's on a product, whether it's time when it comes to social media. Know what is backing that. When you have a guy that comes on here like Brian, and as humble as he is, he comes on here and he says, look, this is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. There's no strings. There's no smoke. There's no mirrors. This is what's going on. How can you not back somebody like that? And I think that in itself, honestly, with a lot of these companies we're seeing, again, I'm coming from the high strung out broadcast tech industry where everybody's, it's refreshing to come in here and see companies like yourself take the time, reach out to your audience, and let them know that they are important, that you do care, no pun intended.
Yeah.
But you really, I think that says a lot, and I think people are going to watch this and they're going to say, hey, I'm gonna go check this out because this guy is the real deal.
Well, I don't know about me being the real deal. I'm just a small town country guy from Alabama, and just that wanted to create something better. Saw a need, and honestly, the other social media channels out there they've created a window for us, or for somebody like us to step into. So we hope it's us, and we're going to keep trying to improve it and make it better and better for everybody that gets involved.
Awesome.
Yep.
So you
go
guys
ahead.
go. No, I was going to tell them, go ahead on over to YUDUOutdoors.com. I'm going to pull the website up here for you guys to check it out. I've been pulling it up during the show here, but make sure you go check it out over at YUDUOutdoors.com. And remember, if you
And
wanna,
even
go ahead.
and actually, yeah, and check us out on the website there. But it's on just YUDU Outdoors on the App Store. So we are Android and iPhone. Either one. So you can go to the App Store, just type in YUDU Outdoors, and then, oh, by the way, it's free, guys, no charge. So free app, no reason not to get it. Slide it over there to your first page and use it.
Absolutely, guys. And if you like these types of shows and you like to hear about that, send me a message. Let me know who you want me to talk to, who do we want to get in the hot seat next. We've got a couple of companies that want to jump on. And if you're interested in seeing some of the other videos that we've done out there, you can head on over to NoBoundariesOutdoors.com. We have a plethora of videos that we did out there at the ATA show. If you missed some of the product announcements, we've got them here as well as on our YouTube channel. We're pretty much No Boundaries Outdoors everywhere. So go over there, check it out, and see some of the products that we're using, some of the reviews that we've done. We encourage you guys to do that and check it out as well. But Brian, thank you so much for your time and coming on here and joining us to talk about your product.
Well, thank you, Stephen. I greatly appreciate you having me and letting me have some time to kind of share the YUDU story. And thank you so much for what you do, man. It's great to see somebody like yourself get on and give people a real look at different products and what's behind that product. So thank you for what you've taken on and what you're doing for the industry as well.
I appreciate that. We'll have to have you come on when I'm sure there's going to be more changes done to the app as they come, and you can come on and in one of the off seasons, because I know hunting and fishing is going to be coming up soon, and everybody's going to be out. This is a great time. Maybe sometime in the off season we can get you to come on and talk about the new updates to the app. I'm hoping an iPhone 10 update coming soon. Maybe.
There you go. Yeah.
Just to fill out the UI. So we'll definitely have you back on if that's cool, and
absolutely.
So guys, go ahead.
I was going to say we're about to be doing some pretty big contests that will be exciting too, and I'm not going to tell you who it's with yet, but I'll tell you it's going to be it'll be a bow fishing trip for stingrays.
Ooh.
And in Fort Walton, Florida area. So it's going to be with somebody that people are going to go with. So it's going to be fun. We'll see where that goes. So stay tuned for that as well.
Awesome. And I know we've got a couple shows coming up here. I think I'm going to try to get something scheduled maybe next week or the week after. We've got the folks from Peep It. I don't know if you guys got a chance to look at this. I'm going to go to a tighter camera if I can. It is a peep site that is servingless, so you can just kind of anybody can put it on. You don't need to take it to your bow press or anything like that, and you can put it on. So the company, we saw them out at ATA. They're going to be coming on, and one of our other new partners with Thorn Archery, we're going to get those guys on and let them talk more about those broadheads. So I know you're interested there, Brian, so that might be something to tune into and see how
Absolutely.
those broadheads work. So we've got a couple of companies, and we've talked with Dan Drake from Scent Crusher in the past, so go check out all those episodes. And guys, I appreciate everybody taking the time to watch. If you missed it, you can go back through the comments and see the real-time comments after this is done. But appreciate everybody stopping out, and until next time, we'll see you. Take care, and God bless.